Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, please like and subscribe. But for today's video, I am just going to be telling you about my recent Amazon finds. So as you guys know, I am a content creator. I am into photography. I take all my pictures for Instagram and all that stuff. But basically, I recently got Amazon Prime because for the month of my birthday, which is September, I typically order a whole bunch of stuff. I think this month of September I probably spent like $5,000 for my birthday stuff because I just buy whatever I want for my birthday or whatever, because I'm just now entering my late 20s. So I was like, oh, like let me spoil myself or whatever. So I got a laptop, camera, whole bunch of other random stuff. But I got Amazon Prime because I was doing a lot of ordering off of Amazon. So I was like, oh, if I could just get Amazon Prime, I could get free 2-day shipping, so I might as well. But the thing about that is that like I probably am gonna cancel it soon because I haven't ordered from Amazon like since the beginning of October, and it basically charges you $12 every single month just to get the free shipping. So it's not even worth it unless you're constantly ordering things every single month, right? But I'm gonna just tell you guys about recent stuff that I have bought from Amazon that was extremely helpful. The first thing I got is a camera tripod. Since I got my new camera, I was like, let me get a new tripod, and I'm not even using a tripod right now, which is really funny. But I have a whole bunch of mini ones which are basically just for my phone if I want to film like an outfit video or whatever, a quick little tutorial, something like that. Like mostly my outfits, so mostly like fashion stuff is where I have my tiny little tripod for my phone, right? But I needed one for my camera because the camera doesn't have the same clip on thing as your phone does or whatever, like how you can put your phone in there. You need to buy a separate attachment for the camera. So I was like, let me just buy a camera tripod. So I bought this really big tripod, and then I bought like a medium-sized tripod, but I do need different sizes for when I am taking my Instagram pictures, or if I'm doing a video like this, how I'm like basically sitting on the ground in my room, or if I'm standing up. You need to have tripods that extend to different levels. So I'm just gonna like insert the one that I bought off of Amazon, and they do have like a different like variety depending on what tripod you want to use, but this is the one that I found that was mostly helpful to me. Okay, the next thing I bought was a phone attachment to the camera, which is both vertical and horizontal. I want to film my videos horizontal because that is the span for YouTube, but then every other social media app like YouTube Shorts or Snapchat, Instagram Reels, and obviously mostly TikTok, all of those basically use vertical content, like your stuff is up and down. So I realized if I'm filming a makeup tutorial on my camera, sure, I could flip my camera like sideways so that way I can get a vertical view, but at the same time I just don't want to be flipping the camera and then it falls off even though I have it on the tripod, whatever. So basically I found an attachment to my camera where I can put my phone on top of my camera, if that makes sense. So if I'm holding my camera is filming me horizontally for YouTube, but then I put my phone on top of it and it's filming the same exact thing but vertical, so I can post it onto TikTok as well. That way it's like I'm filming one video but I have two devices capturing it at the same time, and I felt like that was just a lot more easier than like just just turning my camera sideways or whatever. The second thing is SD cards for my camera. So basically I don't want to say I'm new because I know cameras, like I grew up using cameras, whereas like most people these days just know like taking pictures with the phone, right? But basically SD cards are usually sold at like CVS, Walgreens, drugstores and all that stuff. So when I bought the camera, I was like, I need to buy an SD card. Obviously the camera's not going to work if I don't have the SD card, whatever. So I went to the store, I bought like the SD card. It was like $30, and I'm like, damn, they really like racking up the prices on these things. And then I saw some of them were like $50 for like 128 gigabytes of storage, and I'm like, damn, bro, like this is crazy. And of course, since I'm a content creator, I'm going to continuously be creating videos, so it does make sense for me to buy like the highest gigabyte storage for my content and all that stuff. But I just went with like a typical like 64 gigabyte one, and then it turns out I bought the wrong one for my camera. So I was like, damn it. So I looked on Amazon and I was watching TikTok videos of like what SD cards are best to use these days, whatever. Because like I said, I don't have a lot of experience in cameras of today's world, okay? So I went on Amazon. I found like they have like groups of SD cards, like how you can buy like 3 together or 2 together for like less of the cost than just buying one, you know? So I did buy those, and I have them like stored in like my little content bag or whatever. But those SD cards actually did work, because some of the reviews were like, oh, you know, this didn't work for me, your mine came broken or whatever. But it is a risk when you order stuff from online rather than in person, where you can actually see the object and try it out and then return it the same day or the next day or whatever. So that's the only risk that comes with like ordering online stuff. But these SD cards work perfectly for my camera. They fit my camera. I have a Sony ZV-F1, so this will definitely work if you have the same camera as me. And I think they also list the other camera models that it works with as well. The next thing that I got was an SSD power bank for my laptop storage. So as you can see, if you see me constantly looking down, I'm looking down at my laptop because this is where all of my notes are for my videos when I'm filming. But pretty much for all of my, like the past laptop I had, my dad bought me like this big like outer storage bank because he thought I was going to be doing a whole bunch of work in high school and college, but turns out I barely use that laptop, okay? I was using that laptop for fucking Webkins in Toontown, okay? But this laptop is basically like, I bought it for doing content, obviously. So I saw somebody say that instead of like saving your videos from Final Cut Pro, the editing software, instead of saving them onto your laptop, you should save them onto like an external hard drive, and then that basically saves space on your laptop. But either way, I do have a lot of space anyways, because the laptop that I got has 1 terabyte of storage, and that is big enough because I don't really create huge videos. And if I do create videos, I'm always deleting them right after I upload them to YouTube or TikTok or whatever, because I don't want all that stuff clouding my camera roll in my phone, or, you know, clouding my laptop and all that stuff. So a whole bunch of content creators will tell you that they have like 14,000 pictures and 14,000 videos, but that's not me, okay? And sometimes I do wish I did have like old footage of like some of my TikToks, or like, you know, when I used to do my hair a lot and whatever. I'm like, dang, like I wish I would have saved that one video, oh my gosh. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to keep every single picture that I take, because I literally would have like 50,000 pictures of myself. I would look like a narcissist, okay? But an external power bank is useful. I haven't used it yet, obviously, but when I start like editing a whole bunch of videos on Final Cut Pro, that's when I'm gonna use the external hard drive. The next thing that I got could be so simple to most people, I guess, but for me, I like to have backups of certain things. So when I got my camera, of course, it comes with the camera lens that you put on the camera so the lens doesn't get dirty. But tell me why I ordered like a backup lens. And I think it was only like $7, $10 or something, but I ordered a backup lens from Amazon because you could just never have enough backups. Same way I would order like another backup laptop charger, even though the charger did come with the laptop for sure, but I just like having a backup in case I lose this one in my room somewhere, or if I take it with me to travel and I lose it somewhere else, you know? So I just like ordering backups, and a lot of people would say it's like overconsumption or just not necessary in general, but I feel like the camera lens is something like, I've already used my camera, right? Even though I've had it for like, I'm gonna say a month now, I've used it multiple times, and I have already like misplaced the lens that it came with, and I'll be like, oh, I'll leave it over here. Oh no, wait, I left it over here, you know, because it is really small. It's black. I have a black carpet in my room, you know, so I just ordered a backup. It's just whatever, just in case. The next thing I got were laptop cases. So for this one, it's probably going to be inverted on the camera, but I basically am obsessed with stickers and all that stuff. And since this is a new laptop, I want to protect it. So I ordered like some couple of like clear cases. This one is like a sparkly one, but it comes with the top of the case and the bottom as well. But then I read some reviews on TikTok, and they were like, oh, you should actually not put a case on your MacBook at all, because then it's going to make the hinges weak and your laptop is not going to open properly and blah blah blah. Like, it's better just to have no cover at all. But I'm like, damn, okay, what the fuck. But I did order like 3 cases anyways, because I did order the stickers before the cases, and I don't know why I did that, but I just needed somewhere to put all my stickers anyway. So I do have this case on my laptop currently, and then I have like 2 other cases just in case something happens to my main one and I have like different stickers. I can change them out, whatever. I don't know. Okay, I just bought the cases. Next thing I got was my laptop lap gear and a mouse pad. So pretty much like, I think since the beginning of time, ever since I first got on a laptop, I hated using this little mouse pad right here, the trackpad, I guess it's called, because it's just really slow sometimes. And I did adjust the speed, I changed the size of the mouse and all this stuff. There's a whole bunch of settings you can do on the laptop to make it more to your liking, but I just do not like the trackpad. I'm more of like a mouse type of person, I guess, even though that's kind of like another thing you have to buy. But at the Apple store, I did buy the mouse. It was $80. Don't ask me why I bought it, but I'm like, damn, if I buy the Apple computer, I guess I need the Apple mouse, right? So the mouse was $80. It is wireless. And then I realized, like normal people mouses, like non-Apple mouses, they don't like move on certain surfaces or whatever. And since I'm constantly like in my bed doing a lot of my editing, I did buy a mouse pad for the mouse, right? And then I bought a laptop like lap gear. It's like a little, how do you describe it? It's like a little table, and then it basically has like a thing on the bottom of it, so that way your laptop doesn't like constantly like slide off and on into your actual lap. So it pretty much stays on the table. Then there's like a little cup holder in there for your drink. Then there's like a phone holder for your phone and all that stuff. So I did buy that, so that way the laptop isn't like making my legs hot, you know, when it's resting on my legs. But it's been really helpful, and I just like, that's what I use when I'm editing my content at nighttime. And the last thing I bought is my photography setup with my backdrop. So pretty much, if you follow my Instagram, you know that I like taking pictures, or I take my birthday pictures every year, whatever. I take all my own pictures. I don't be doing those AI photo shoots that people are now starting to do, even though I do see that they look cool and they look really creative, whatever. But I feel like AI has a hard time of recreating my face for some reason. Maybe I got a unique face, I don't know. But AI is bad anyway, so I take my own pictures, and I like taking my own pictures and my hair, makeup, getting the props and all that stuff. So I was like, I need to buy like a actual photography setup. And I did have one that I was using in the past, but then one of the legs broke. So basically the setup is kind of like a tripod on like tripod legs right here, and then there's 2 poles going up, and then there's 1 long pole across, and you're basically just supposed to hang paper from the roll, and then you roll it down like this, and then roll it out the part where you put you stand on or whatever, and it basically like holds up your backdrop for you, if that makes sense. So I did have a silver one, and then I recently ordered another one. I think was only $50, and it had the option of different colors as well, which I liked, but I got it in like, did I get in silver or black? I don't know. I haven't really fully opened it yet because I haven't had a chance to use it, but I ordered another one of those, and then I ordered the paper rolls to go with it, because for most of my photo shoots that I have done in the past, I was using like a plain bed sheet. Okay, like literally like a queen size sheet I would have to buy from Walmart, which was annoying because those are like $25-$30, and I would buy the sheet and then just hang it up on the pole, like clip it up there or whatever, tape it to my wall or something, right? And it would work pretty good because I have had photo shoots with the sheets that turned out really amazing, and after I like photoshopped all the creases out of it or whatever. But in the long run, they do take up a lot of space because it's like a whole bed sheet, you know. So if I have like 5 different bed sheets, I gotta fold them up and put them somewhere, you know. So I finally ordered rolls of paper to use. Colors that I got were white and red, because I've always wanted to take pictures with a red background, because that is what a lot of like established photographers use. I've always used like white, I've used pink a lot of the times or whatever, but I'm just like over it. Like I want to do like photo shoots with completely different colors. So I'm going to eventually order all the paper backdrops in all the different colors, but that would require me to have more space in my fucking room, because it's like a giant roll of paper. They are kind of heavy, and I only got like the smallest size, so it's pretty much only like this wide, basically for like simple headshots, and then they have like wider ones if you're doing like a full body shot. And obviously I do full body pictures, you know. So I'm gonna have to order those in every single color, but those are like, you know, $50 a fucking roll, and obviously it's what professional photographers use, which is really annoying. But eventually I'm gonna order them, okay? But yeah, that was it for this video. That is everything I ordered from Amazon recently, and stay tuned for more videos. Bye.